Hey friends! As many of you know, I've been going to Japanese language school in Japan now for 5 weeks, so I thought why not do a week of Japanese language school homework to show you what will await you if you plan on coming here. And in case you don't want to have so much homework or spend so much time learning Japanese but still want to attend kind of a school, you can check out the Japanese courses by GOGONIHON. I put in the description down below. Those are affiliate links, so if you use them, you will support my channel. I also use the N3 course until coming here, and I'm halfway done, and I will also continue using it when I'm back at home next year. But enough of that. We already actually have homework for tomorrow, and it's to do a presentation about natural disasters. We are 4 people in our group, and our topic is Typhoon. I still have to finish my slides because we are not allowed to take pictures from the internet, but either have to take photos ourselves, and taking a picture from a typhoon in 3-4 days is a bit, yeah, not realistic. So I have to draw. I already drew a few things, but I'm not quite finished yet. So that's definitely something I will do later in the evening when I don't have any concentration anymore. And I also have to practice my speaking part because we're supposed to not look at our paper and speak freely, but it's not too long. The whole presentation is 6 minutes, so I will have 1.5 minutes approximately. And since I'm the group leader, yay, I'm also doing the introduction and the ending of the presentation, so great for me. I will talk to you later again in case we get more homework. For reference, my school is considered medium intensity, so keep this in mind when you watch the video. So in case you will choose a high intensity school like Akamonkai, for example, it will probably be a lot more homework. And yeah, I will see you later for more homework. So I returned home from school and we actually got a couple more things to do as homework, but luckily I kind of did things by accident already. So we learned 5 new grammar points today from the try book, and we have to do the check sheet to see if we understood the grammar. And then at the end of every chapter there's a test page or like a double page, and this time it's actually even 3 pages. And then we also got a sheet also for the try book, and we also have to do the exercises according to the grammar points we learned. And there's also more, of course. So those are the things we got today as homework. Of course, we also have to study then after school and prepare for tomorrow. I guess it will probably take me, not quite sure, maybe an hour and 30 minutes, because I already did the checking pages because I thought we already finished the chapter and we didn't do that, so I wanted to test myself. So I did it on the weekend because we have 2 teachers and they both teach the try book, but they teach different chapters. And since we have 5 books and 2 teachers teach from the same book, it's so confusing and I don't know what we did and what we didn't do, kind of. So it happens. But I guess I'm lucky this time because, yeah, I have more free time today, so I will talk to you tomorrow with all the homework we got. It's already Wednesday and we didn't get any homework yesterday because of our presentation, I guess. And because actually our sensei changed the schedule for the class. And we didn't have the presentation yesterday, but we had another mock exam for the N3 and I passed. Yeah! With 66.6% of right answers, and I got more than half of the points in every section, so I guess that means I passed. And I'm really happy because the first time I didn't pass because of the reading part, as I told you in the last video. And now I got 10 out of 16 points in the reading part, so I'm very happy. This took like 3.5 hours, so we didn't have any class, we didn't learn anything new, and so there was also no homework to complete. And today we had our hapyu, so our presentation, and I told you I would show you, so it's a very short one. So I had to first introduce the group because I was the group leader, and I had to just like greet everyone and then say what we researched about and say who is in my group, and also kind of like let's start with the first topic. And this was my topic, and I talked about the general information about typhoons, like when they appear and where are they coming from. This was my talking part, so as I said, quite little because we only had 6 minutes and we were 4 people, so 1 minute and 30 seconds each. And since I have the aisatsu and also the ending, I didn't have a lot of time to talk about stuff. But I feel like that was good because I didn't have to remember so much stuff. And then I only had to do the ending, which were 3 sentences. So here's the URL that we used for researching. And then with that, our presentation is over. And thank you so much for your attention. And yeah, this was basically it. So it was quite easy. I mean, I had to think a little bit while talking to remember everything and all the right particles and not making any mistakes and stuff. But it was fine. We also didn't get any homework today, so I feel like this week is the worst week to do this video, because until now we got homework every single day, so I'm a bit like, what's up with this week? But I mean, I'm happy because we didn't have so much like real class topics. There is also not too much to learn, and since there's a kanji test tomorrow, I think we are covering 3 chapters of the Kanji Look and Learn book. I guess they want us to study more, so there's no homework, which is nice. I still have to complete the homework we got on Monday though, so I still have to do homework today. It's just like the sheet I showed you with the try exercises for the grammar points we studied, and I only did half, so I will do that. And I will also prepare tomorrow's lessons, and yes, the kanji test. Then I have to prepare some of the mini stories from the mini story book. We always do a double page each day. I also definitely want to review the grammar from the pink book because we learned new grammar on Monday, I believe. And then it's a try day again, so we will use the try book. And I also want to review the grammar for that, so that if we have some new exercises tomorrow, I will not be shamed again. Because in the second week, I think, I only studied the grammar from the pink book because it was just too much and I was still getting used to everything. And the teacher told me, we already studied this, you didn't study at all, what's up with you, kind of. I mean, she's very nice. She said it in kind of a nice but also strict way, so I felt really bad and I don't want to disappoint her again. And of course I also want to study as much, or like learn as much as possible while being in school. So yeah, a lot of studying today, and we will see if there will be any homework tomorrow. But I guess on Friday we will get a big batch again, because we've been getting pages on pages every Friday for the last weeks. So let's see. Hello, it's Thursday and we actually got another homework yesterday because our sensei posted our video of the presentation afterwards and we were supposed to fill out a form until today, and I did that. And I thought we were supposed to write a text because there was like one open field and she told us we have to like evaluate ourselves. But then she gave us another thing for evaluation. That's what we have to fill out until Monday. And then we got another sakubun we have to write. And this time it's very loose, the topic. It is Saiki no datata ni tsuite. Or like our sensei would say, Saiki no munya munya ni tsuite. I feel like the munya munya is very, very cute and funny. But I'm very tired, as you can probably tell from my face. Today was like... yeah, I don't really want to talk about it. Too much stuff to do, too little time, too many responsibilities. I kind of regret it a little bit to have taken so much stuff here. But yeah, I mean, stuff in the case of like work, long distance relationship, all the things. Yeah, I already did the rough draft on my PC because actually, since I wrote a lot of texts before with my adhd teacher. Basically, I wrote them myself, but my adhd teacher corrected them for me afterwards. I have a lot of already finished sakubuns, and of course it doesn't fit like perfect with like the things I said, like the grammar points I used, because she also wants us to use as many of the grammar points from the third section of the pink book, like the Chukyu Hei Iko textbook. So I had to rewrite some things, but I was able to take the sakubun sakubun, I wrote about studying at coffee shops, and I kind of took some things out, rephrased it, and it was definitely good because of course it didn't take so long and I already had like a rough idea in my head. And I still have to write it down by hand, of course, and also keep up with the rules of the manuscript paper that I have to, of course, look up myself online because there's no one here telling us things as new students. But I'm very happy that I at least am halfway done now and just have to write it down, which I will probably do tomorrow morning. And let's see what we get for the weekend. Because actually, like this sakubun is due on Monday as well, so we have a little bit more time, luckily, but I still want to do it on Friday because I want to have fun on the weekend and I don't want to do stuff like that. And as I said before, I guess on Friday we will get a lot of things as homework. And after school, I will also go to the coffee shop with a friend on Friday to study, so I will also take you along then. Good morning, it's Saturday, and yesterday I came home very late because I have kind of a ritual now on Friday that after school I will go with a friend to a coffee shop and then we will do our homework and study there for 3 hours at least, like usually until 8. And then we go to a restaurant nearby, like a very cheap one, and just grab some dinner and then we will go home. So I didn't feel like recording yesterday at like 11 or something and disturb my other housemates. So that's why we're here in the morning. When I was in the coffee shop yesterday, I took some like special earplugs with me because before I left for Japan, I kind of wanted to prevent getting overwhelmed by too much noise because of ADHD. I'm very noise sensitive, and that's one of my biggest stressors. So I thought if I will move to a big city like Yokohama, it will be probably very noisy. So I asked Flair to send me some of their earplugs, and they are like silicone ones, like really small ones, and they have like a hole inside, so you still hear things that are going on around you. So not like the typical like foam earplugs where you don't hear anything. So you can talk to people, but it takes out the high highs and the low lows from the like sounds around you, so it gets less overwhelming and overstimulating. So when I go to the coffee shop, for example, sometimes I can make it without using them, but most times, especially if it gets later, the music will get louder, the people will get louder, and then I always put in the earplugs so I can concentrate better, but I can still talk to my friend and not have to like take out my earplugs every time. And I felt like it really helped because I feel way calmer after I use them, and they are also called Karma, so very fitting, I feel like. And yeah, I got them sent for free, but it's not like paid sponsorship or something. But I have an affiliate link, so I will leave it down below. And if you struggle with noise sensitivity or something like that, make sure to check them out. They're also quite affordable, I think around 20 euros or something. And you can wash them, so you can like reuse them a lot of times. Actually, I forgot to tell you, I put them in during the JLPT mock exam we had on Tuesday, because as I told you, my teachers like to leave the door open even if we write tests, and every teacher leaves the door open, so there's a lot of noise from all the classrooms coming in. And if you write the JLPT N3 and you just barely scratched the N3 material, you don't want extra noise because it's hard enough for your head already. So I put them in because I didn't want to like block all the noises, because I still wanted to hear if the teacher talks to me, of course. But since I also got the see-through ones, it's not noticeable that I have things in my ears, and it really helped because the last time I just sat there like all the time and tried to block out the noise with my hand, but of course this was also not really comfortable. So if you want to take the JLPT and you don't like noises people make around you, or like you want to block things out, maybe this also be something useful, like if you don't struggle with noise sensitivity usually. So enough of that. I'm a big fan, as you can tell, and I will probably talk about it a bit more in another video as well, because I also wanted to talk about how my ADHD changed since coming to Japan, because there were a lot of changes and good ones. But as I figured, we got a lot of homework for the weekend. So first, I showed you yesterday in the clip I filmed in the coffee shop that we got the kanji sheet. There's always the kanji we learned. We have to write the onyomi and kunyomi. We have to write the kanji multiple times, and then also there are some words that she like provides us, and then we have to write the hiragana and also repeat the word like until the next one comes. There's also a second page, of course. There are 8 kanji from the Kanji Look and Learn chapter 32, the first part of the chapter. So we're almost finished with Kanji Look and Learn. We also wrote the test on Thursday and I got 16 out of 20 points. I feel that's okay, but I also kind of hoped to be better because I already worked through the Kanji Look and Learn workbook for 2 times at home. But I feel like it's okay now, like the later kanji are a bit harder, so it's fine. And then we got another task because we finished the second chapter of the short story book. And if we finish a chapter, we always get a Google form where we have to select the right answers or like vocabulary questions. So she knows that we studied the vocab, or at least know how to look it up. No, I really study the vocab. That I still have to do because I didn't have enough internet yesterday and the Wi-Fi in the coffee shop didn't work. And then, of course, like every week, we got 10 pages from a book, and it's a JLPT prep book. I will put a picture here. It's a really nice book. I mean, I would get this for myself, but we get the copies for free. But it's every time 5 chapters. So you kind of have a text to read with the grammar points that are going to be relevant. And then you have like JLPT style questions, also with like putting the words in the right order and stuff. And there are pages upon pages. And we got 10 pages every week since we started classes. So we're now at chapter 20. I did it for the first week and it took so much time. I think I spent six hours maybe on it because we didn't learn a lot of the grammar stuff that's in here. So I first had to look up the grammar points, try to understand them myself, and then try to choose the right answers. So I just thought I will not gonna do it because usually our homework gets collected and the teacher will like mark it as read. I don't know if it's part of the grading because they don't really tell us anything, but yeah, those are more like self-study homework. And since I'm not taking the JLPT in December because I forgot to sign up basically, I thought you could sign up on a shorter term when you do it in Japan. So I just thought it's unnecessary. I would rather study the things we actually have to learn for class and be better at the tests than spending the whole weekend doing those sheets. But of course I will keep them. And I decided I want to stay a bit longer because originally I wanted to go home in April, but I like it here so much and I don't want to go home. Yeah, that's a problem. I will talk about why I like it here and why I don't want to go home in another video, I guess. But yeah, so I thought I would give back my residence card when I will leave with my mom for Thailand in April because we were planning to go to Thailand after I'm done with language school, but I will probably then come back after Thailand to here again and then get my 3 months tourist visa. So I don't have to go to language school anymore because it's expensive and it's too much with work and school at the same time. I'm happy when I don't have both anymore, but I thought that's why I'm telling you all things. I will just keep those copies for the time like when I'm not in language school anymore because I still want to study, of course. So I feel like it would be a good thing to work through, like try to work through one of those a day, maybe like 1 chapter a day or something, to still have like something to make progress. We also have to do another checking sheet from the try book, or like in the try book. Remember I showed you one couple days earlier, and now we have to do chapter 1 as well, but I already did that because I thought it was weird we haven't done this yet, so I wanted to test myself. So no homework in that regards, which is nice. This week was a bit more unusual when it comes to homework because we didn't get too much homework at the start of the week, but usually this kanji sheet we will get usually 1 or 2 more, like 2 or 3 sheets a week. I feel like every second day we got one. Then of course it always takes quite some time to do it. I feel like it always takes me like 40 minutes or something because I don't want to make mistakes. And if we make mistakes, our teacher is not happy. I feel like now like the later part of the week was more representative of how much homework we get. So I hope it gave you a good overview and let me know if you feel like it's a lot. If it's not a lot, I would be interested to know like what people think. I feel like for me, it feels quite a lot because I don't remember us getting so much homework when we were in actual school, at least not for the weekend. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, to subscribe for a new video. I think the next video will probably be one day in language school. So if you want to see like a full day of how my days usually look, stay tuned for that. And yeah, don't forget to check out the Flare link in the description and also the GOGONIHON link for the online courses. And I will see you very soon. Bye bye!